Today is Monday, Parashat Beshalach. The parasha of this week includes in it a portion that tells us that Hashem gave food to the Jewish people in the desert from the heaven, from the sky, the manna that fell every day. But the pasuk that introduces this section about the manna falling from the sky says the following words. Vayomer Adonai el Moshe, and Hashem said to Moshe, Hineni mamtin lachem lechem min hashamayim. I'm going to rain down for you food from the heaven. There's going to be food that's going to fall from the sky for you. V'yatsa ha'am v'laketu devar yom beyomo. And the people go out and pick each day's portion for that day, on this day. In other words, each day will be a portion that will be enough for them for that day. Leman anasenu, so that I can test them. I'm going to put them to test. Hayelech betorati imlo, whether they'll follow my teachings or not. My Torah, what does it have to do as a test? If Hashem is going to give them food every day, where is the test? They're going to be fed daily. Well, as she explains, whether they will follow the mitzvot associated with the manna falling from the sky. What were the mitzvot associated with it? Well, there were two of them. Don't collect today more than you need for today. And don't go out on Shabbat to collect the manna, because on Shabbat there's not going to be manna that falls from the sky. Don't collect more for today than you need for today, because if you collect more, it's going to rot. And don't go out on Shabbat, because it's not going to be there. And what will happen is on Friday, there will be enough manna that falls from the sky to be enough for Friday and for Shabbat. Now, those two mitzvot really require a person to have emunah b'Hashem, to have faith. Number one, to have faith that the same way that you got manna from Hashem today, you're going to get tomorrow. It takes a certain amount of faith in Hashem to rely on the fact that He promised you're going to have every day, then you'll have every day. You don't have to go out to take more for today, because tomorrow you're going to get again. And the other idea, don't go out on Shabbat to look for the manna, because whatever you'll have on Friday will suffice you, will be enough. There will be a beracha in it, there will be enough for Friday and for Shabbat. Again, that will take a certain amount of faith. But it's not just about the manna in the desert, but it's also about Parnassah in general. You have to have faith in Hashem, that Hashem provides. Of course you do your ishtadlut, just like they went out to look for the manna and they collected it from the field. But they had faith that they'll have enough on Friday for Shabbat, that there will be enough for the next day, today, and there'll be again tomorrow. And that's why tomorrow, by the way, on Tuesday of the Parashat Beshalach, is a custom to read this Parashat Taman, to read this portion about the manna that fell in the desert, as a sgula for Parnassah b'Shefa, as a sgula for good Parnassah, for good success in earning a living. And it's not just about the manna then in the desert, but in every day and age, nowadays also, you have to have enough faith in Hashem, that even though if you think that your business being open on Shabbat is going to provide you for more sustenance, no, it will be money earned in a way that has no beracha in it, that it will be wasted in other things. So don't go out on Shabbat to look for business, for Parnassah, because there's no beracha in it. Have the faith that Hashem will provide enough to carry you in terms of whatever your needs are. And don't think just because you're going to dedicate more time for your business on a certain day that you necessarily have more, because you have to also dedicate time for prayer, you have to dedicate time for learning Torah, for mitzvot, and you have to have that kind of faith that Hashem will provide also tomorrow. You have to organize your time, just like we spoke last week about Kiddush Hazman, to sanctify time. You have a limited number of hours a day. Dedicate to what you need for Kodesh, and definitely for work and business, but have the faith that you don't necessarily to be a workaholic to be successful. Hashem can give beracha within the time that you'll dedicate for work, because Hashem will provide also the next day. And this is one of the ideas from the parasha of this week. Baruch Adonai le'olam, amen ve'amen.